Celtic knots. Today we're going to make a sketchy design for a Celtic knot. When you begin, there's going to be lots of mistakes. You're going to see where parts don't fit together in the way that you like, and you'll change your mind, and that's going to be fine. If you need another paper, I'm going to be very liberal with the papers on this. All I ask is that you take one paper at a time. We made this by folding the papers. So we're going to fold it once the wide way, once the long way. This is going to give you two sides that have folds and two sides that don't have folds. We'll call this the stop side, and this is the stop side. That means you're not going to go off that part. Remember, this is the part that isn't folded and isn't folded. We'll call this the go side. You're going to make your lines go across that. Here it's folded, and here it's folded. So, we'll make some dots. This dot represents our first piece of rope. These two dots represent our second piece of rope. These two dots make our third piece of rope, and here we are with our fourth piece of rope. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ropes on this side, and only 1, 2, 3, 4, only 2 on this side. These two are going to connect to 2 ropes over there, and one of these is going to connect to one of these, and it's really going to be a good idea if we sketch this with paper before we make our final designs, because it's so much easier to make changes with paper than it is to make changes with pen. So I'm going to make this one connect here. Now, if you make your line a little complicated, you're going to have a more interesting design. So here's my first piece of rope. Here's my second piece of rope. This piece, oh yes, this connected to this side. Remember, 2 of them are going to get connected. I was getting ahead of myself here. And we don't want to cross over a major intersection. So here we have a large bundle. We want to make it cross somewhere a little bit away from that. Now, I've done this enough that I've kind of already know ahead of time which ones are going to overlap. But I want this to be on top. And I want this to be on top. And I want this to be on top. Why? It doesn't really matter. I could have done it the other way. It really doesn't matter. And because this goes on top here, I'm going to make this go on top here. No good reason. So we have on top, underneath, on top, underneath, on top, underneath, on top, underneath. Okay, so we're going to be doing some tracing, and I want to be able to see it. So you're going to use a pen, which I will provide you with. If you have an art kit and you would like to use the tools in your art kit, you are certainly welcome to do that. And that applies any of the days when I'm present in class. If you wish to use your art kit, just ask me, because you know where they are, and I'll probably say yes. But I am going to ask that you not bring Sharpies in for this project. Okay. The only reason I'm doing this tracing is because I want to be able to see it. So here's my design. Okay, so what am I going to do next? I want this design to show there. So I'm going to go like this, and I see the design through. So here I go. I'm copying it. And this, of course, is going to make a symmetrical design. Now, I had told you that I wanted yours to be one continuous piece of rope, and that's kind of not going to happen on this, so don't worry about it. We're going to do some other ones that will. This is just our first Celtic sketch. We'll do some more. Okay, so there's this one. Oh, I missed a line. Then I'm going to go like this. And in the process of creating your linoleum print, transferring your photo, you will have learned a technique for transferring a drawing by putting pencil on the back. So if you don't feel like you can draw this again, you will have to be able to copy it exactly, because we can transfer it in a way that isn't so hard. I'm going to be doing several ways of creating your knot design, and then you're going to pick your best. And we are going to add color to them, but I haven't really decided yet what kind of color we're going to use. I am inclined, though, for those of you who have art kits, that if you want to use some of the colors that are in there, that probably would be okay. We are handicapped, though, because we don't have a drawing rack, nor do we have the wires we used to have for hanging up art. So paint is not going to be an option for the entire class. Okay, so there it is. Kind of complicated. I like it, but then that's me. And then by the time we finish, we'll emphasize the overlapping by adding some shading. You can also create a letter in there, or put some faces of animals, or turn it into a tree or a heart, or, you can be creative. So that is Celtic Knot sketch number 1. This is the first thing we're going to try. It's a little challenging, but it's not too challenging. I know you can do it. Just try your best. Good luck.